Hello, it's Aidan here, and this is another episode of Just the Tip. Now, what do I want to talk about today? Quite simple. Running through your routines before you run through your routines. Let me explain a little bit more. Essentially, one of the things that both myself and Ashley do to prepare for our shows is to actually run through the entire show and every routine, every close-up trick. We run through it in our heads, first of all, a couple of times. And we do this for two reasons. One, it helps us understand the routine, the trick, whatever it is that we're doing, we understand it better because we've been through it a couple of times, and then we know what to do, what to say, when to say it, how to act. We know all of that stuff because we've got that rehearsal. Because as mentalists, like, this is something that we've noticed, it's really hard to rehearse without a spectator. And again, it's because a lot of what we do, and especially in my area of things, is that I'm using the psychology element. I can't really read the same person's tells 100 times in a row. It just doesn't work. So by running these routines over, you're familiarizing yourself with what it is that you've got in your own head so that you can be completely confident, completely comfortable with what it is that you're doing. And you can also do this in another clever way. You can look at the pros and the cons. So do a complete best case scenario and then do the opposite. Do the complete worst case scenario. The method fails. The methods fail. The participant gets on stage and they're drunk, or they can't walk, or they've got no eyes. Run through all of this in your head, because then you're able to start building the contingency plans, and you're able to then start working out, if this happens, then I can do this. If then, what next? Like, you're able to work through that, and by doing that, you're going to have such an edge over the competition when it comes down to performing, because you know your material inside out. You know your stage, your setting, you know that inside out. You know your character, which again, if you don't know about character, definitely go back to episode 5 of the podcast. And just be able to know what you're doing. And again, it's less pressure. You don't have to think on the fly. You don't have to panic of, oh my God, what do I do now? Oh my God, my routine's collapsed, or my method's failed, or I missed my peak, or what do I do? Because you know what you're going to do. You knew what you were going to do before you even started. So that's genuinely probably the best piece of advice I've ever had, especially when I work an awful lot of stage. So I'm actually able to then test my routines on myself before I actually go out and perform them live. So if nothing else, that is the important point. Test your routines, run them over a couple of times in your head, good, bad, mediocre, all of it, and become fully comfortable in yourself and your material. If you like this tip, or if you do this tip, or even a version of it, let us know in the comments. Let us do all that jazz. You know how social media works nowadays, but let us know. We'd be really interested to hear what you think. And if you're enjoying these Just the Tip videos, again, let us know.